Chaps and Chabettes, Brush and Quill here, coming up with an update video. This is actually version 4, believe it or not. So I know I've not really been around for a good few weeks, maybe a month now, for varying reasons, work, life, hockey, etc, etc. But it doesn't mean I haven't been hobbying in the background. Now I know the model in front of you, you've seen before. This was the rescued Predator / Rhino that I got from a friend. Had to rebuild bits of it, but both of the front panels here on the track guards are plasticard, for instance, and then I built it, painted it, decaled it, etc. It was always my intention that it was going to be a Rhino, a Predator, the Space Marine main attack tank before Primaris, and I built the turret. I did some kit bashing to the turret. Didn't really like it. It just looked a bit diddly. So, put that away for a second. I built myself a turret. When I say built, I mean kit bashed. So, the bottom bit here is the original Predator turret, which just means I've got the correct size turret ring there to put into the hole in the tank. The top bit here is actually a Lehman Russ turret from Imperial Guard range, or Astra Militarum if you want. And then the front is from one of the new Sisters of Battle tanks, which I have got. And it comes with 2 turret types, and if you know me, I'm not about the magnetisation or whatever. In fact, you'd have to magnetise the entire shield at the pivot point to do it, because the other one has a singular cannon, so it's a different shield. So that's that, and then that elongated the turret and changed the shape, so I had to rebuild these armour plates. The guy inside is a Station Forge Space Marine, so 3D print with a Black Templar helmet. I got the one that looks a bit tech marine-y. Standard shoulder pad. This is a Iron Hands upgrade shoulder pad, which I got off of eBay, and brilliant shout out to that seller. He was running a bit late posting it out, but he kept me informed, updated everything. I said, look mate, don't worry, these things happen, life happens, it's fine, no rush, get to it when you get to it. And then he sent me some extra bits as an apology. So wonderful customer service there. And then the front, this is actually the front plate off of a Baneblade. Cut that off, stuck that on. A couple of bits of Valkyrie tail fin as supports there, with some plasticard rivet bits there. And yes, that's the turret. Now I've decided to downgrade this. It's no longer a Predator, although technically I could use it as one, but I'm going to use it as the Razorback with twin-linked las cannon. But I mean, just look at the size of that turret. It's huge. It's like a battleship turret. And because I've built this extended bit on the back here, I'm going to use it as a Razorback, which is a transport vehicle, so that my Space Marines can get around the battlefield. So that's one thing that I've been doing. Just a bit there for now. That's a bit out of the way, actually. So another thing I've been doing is I've been helping Kaiser from Restless Kaiser from Modelling for Advantage, Michael, test play his 54mm weird World War II game. And I got a bit carried away with some terrain building. These are not even going to fit, are they? Can I zoom out? There we go. So yeah, here's some bunkers. So these are just offcuts from a yoga block. So I was using it to build up my sledge for hockey. I needed some padding in the front. used a yoga block, and I had 2 triangular bits left over. So I thought they looked a bit like bunkers. So I built them up. Then this one's got a bit of an opening inside, so you can put figures in there. But this one's just like collapsed down, so it's just like blocking terrain. But yeah, so that's those 2. This one needs a little bit more finish, so it's got the greenery and stuff on it like this one. So it looks overgrown, but there's some terrain I've been working on. As I said, I've been testing that game, so I've been building some figures for it. These are Master Box figures. There's let's zoom back in now. Anyway, this is my captain. Running along. He's gone a bit native, as you can see. He's got a stick there. So I should just preface. So the idea behind my force for this is that it's British troops supplying native South American tribesmen. So there's the other one I've finished. I've only finished 2 so far. But yeah, there's a whole box here of them, but they're just unfinished, so I won't show them until they're finished. But yeah, so he's one of them. So it's a Native American body with a Lee Enfield rifle, Brody helm, etc., and some British equipment. All from Master Box. And yeah, it just gives me a little bit of fun to do when I go and game. It's a fun game, so let's put them up at the way. And then the last thing I've been doing is what I call sprue clearance. So basically I've just been going through building models to get the sprues down so there's less in the box. I finished off a neophyte for my Black Templars, so he's now finished and ready to go in the cabinet. Nothing really special about him, just Black Templar bits. And then I built 3 guys with flamers. So they're on the wrong size bases for them, but they represent those heavy flamer guys from the Force. So this guy's all Games Workshop, except the head's a Cromlech head. And the shoulder pad's a 3D print. This guy has a Cromlech body, GW arms, GW head. That's the one from the Black Templar upgrade sprue, that head. So yeah, so that's him. Drop him. And then this is another Space Marine, another Black Templar one. So I think this is actually the Intercessor body, of which I then grafted the tabard onto from a Sword Brethren kit. And then I converted his Slung Bolter to be a Combi Bolter to give him that flamer again. So that's those 3. And then I built another 5 Intercessors. For the Force. There we go. So yeah, these 3 have got Cromlech bodies. This is an arm from the Judicare, the choppy guy, and his shoulder pads are from Station Forge. But the arms are all what are they called? Black Templar, as is the cape. That's a cape from a Sword Brethren which I cut down to put on his back. Intercessor arms on this guy. I think this is a Reaver arm. But yeah, and I gave him a mechanical arm to hold his bolter one-handed. Cromlech head, Black Templar body. and then there's one of those 3D printed shoulder pads I mentioned there. So that's them, and then the last thing I did was I built my last chap here, my last neophyte. So he's just nothing special about him really, except that he's got 3D printed shoulder pads because I can't find my neophyte shoulder pads. So that's what I've been doing. This is a longer video than I expected, so 10 minutes. So I'm just going to keep doing stuff in the background, and I'll update when things get to an appropriate level, to give you an update and show you what's going on. You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in my next video when that might be.